I grew up in a house that backed into a forest so quiet it felt like the world forgot about us. My mother worked nights and my father left before I was old enough to understand why. So most evenings, it was just me, sitting on the edge of my bed, listening to the wind slip through the trees like a lonely voice trying to speak. I used to press my forehead to the window and watch the shadows move across the forest floor, pretending they were friends so I wouldn't feel so painfully alone. I remember the smell of damp leaves drifting through the cracked window and the soft creaking of the old house settling. Nothing truly bad had happened yet, but even then, I felt something in that forest watching me, waiting for the moment I would finally notice it. Nights were the hardest. The silence stretched so long it felt like it could swallow me whole. I'd fall asleep clutching a small flashlight, terrified the dark would press too close if I let go. Sometimes I heard twigs snapping deep in the woods, but I told myself it was just deer or raccoons. Still, a strange heaviness always lingered, especially when the moon was thin and the sky looked bruised. One night, I sat at the kitchen table doing homework, trying to ignore how hollow the house felt without anyone else in it. The forest loomed outside the back door, tall and endless. I remember whispering into the empty kitchen, "I wish someone was here." I didn't mean it the way it came out. I wasn't asking for company. I was asking for safety. But something else must have heard me. The first strange thing happened the next night. I was brushing my teeth when I heard a knock, 3 slow taps coming from the back door. Soft, almost polite. I froze, toothbrush still in my mouth, foam dripping down my chin. Nobody ever came to our house. Nobody ever visited us, not this far into the woods. The knock came again. Same rhythm, same eerie patience. I crept toward the kitchen, each step feeling heavier than the last. The back door's window was fogged with cold, and for a moment I could swear a shadow, tall, narrow, shifted behind the glass. I whispered, "Mom?" even though I knew she wouldn't be home for hours. The forest outside was pitch black, but something stood there, too still to be human. When I flicked the kitchen light on, the shadow seemed to dissolve into the night. But the knocking never stopped. It only learned to wait. Over the next few days, I heard footsteps circling the house at night, slow, deliberate steps dragging across fallen leaves. I tried telling myself it was an animal, but no animal moves like it's thinking. No animal pauses directly beneath your bedroom window as if listening to your breath. One evening, I was in my room when I heard a voice drift from the forest. It spoke my name, not shouted, not whispered, just spoken like a parent calling their child in for dinner. My name. I felt my skin pull tight across my bones. I pressed myself against the wall, shaking. The voice came again, closer this time. "Come outside. I need to talk to you." The tone was wrong. Too familiar. Too calm. Too much like someone who knew me long before I was born. I didn't move, but the voice sounded patient. It knew I eventually would. The reveal came on a night when the wind was silent and the forest felt dead. I heard the back door creak open. I knew I had blocked it. I remember the soft click of the door closing again, the slow footsteps moving through the kitchen, then the hallway. I hid under my bed, hands over my mouth. Something entered my room. I saw its feet first, bare, pale, dirty as though it had walked miles through mud and bones. Then it lowered itself to the floor. A face appeared, upside down, peering under the bed at me. It was shaped like my father's, but the eyes were wrong. Too wide, too black, too hungry. Its mouth curled into a smile I recognized from old photographs. "I've missed you," it whispered. "Come back to the forest with me. I need to show you where I've been." I almost screamed. It reached its hand toward me. Long fingers, nails cracked and too sharp. I scrambled back, hitting my head on the bed frame. It laughed softly, as if amused by my fear. "Don't be scared," it said. "You called for me. You asked someone to be with you. I heard you." Its voice shifted, sometimes my father's, sometimes something else entirely. "You were lonely," it murmured, "just like I was. Just like I still am." It slid further under the bed, joints bending in ways bones shouldn't bend, the air filled with the stench of wet earth and rot. I pushed myself against the wall, shaking uncontrollably. "You belong to the forest, just like I did." Those words lodged into me like thorns, because deep down I realized something horrifying. My father didn't leave us. The forest took him. And now, it wanted me too. I kicked at the thing's face and crawled out from under the bed, sprinting down the hallway. Its footsteps thundered behind me, too fast, too heavy. The walls rattled as it slammed against them, laughing in a deep, broken tone. I reached the front door, yanked it open, and ran barefoot into the cold night. The forest towered ahead, but it felt safer than the house. I dashed between the trees, breath burning, heart pounding like it was trying to escape my body. Behind me, it moved with horrifying grace, weaving through the trees like it knew every root, every shadow. "You can't run from family," it called. Branches whipped my face, my lungs screamed. I stumbled into a clearing, moonlight spilling over the moss-covered ground. Then I heard breathing behind me, slow, heavy, close enough to touch the back of my neck. I turned, and it was inches from me. Its face had stretched, twisted into something inhuman. "This forest raised me," it hissed. "It watched me, fed me, changed me." It grabbed my wrist, and I felt its skin, cold, damp, pulsing like something alive beneath it. I screamed and tried to pull away, but its grip tightened until I felt my bones strain. "You were meant to follow," it whispered. "You were meant to hear the trees the way I did." The forest around us began to move. Shadows leaned closer. Leaves rustled without wind. Something unseen whispered in a language that made my stomach twist. "I didn't want this," I cried. It leaned in close. "Neither did I," it said with my father's voice. "But the forest chooses, and it chose you the moment you were born." I felt myself breaking. Then it showed me. The forest opened like a memory tearing itself apart. I saw flashes, my father walking into the woods years ago, not abandoning us, but being lured by something calling his name. The same voice, the same gentle tone. I saw him kneel before a massive tree with a hollow, like an open mouth, roots wrapped around him, pulling him inside. His screams were muffled, swallowed, but the forest wasn't killing him. It was remaking him. And then I saw something worse. Baby me in my mother's arms, the forest watching us through the bedroom window, watching me grow, waiting. "This place has wanted you longer than you've been alive," the creature said. "You were born marked, born promised." The clearing seemed to pulse, alive with hunger. And suddenly, I understood. I was never escaping this. I was always meant to return. I tried one last time to run, but the forest closed around me, branches locking like ribs of a giant cage. The creature, my father, or what was left of him, held me as gently as if I were still a child. "You'll understand soon," it whispered. "The forest doesn't take, it transforms." Roots slithered up my legs, cold and patient. I felt them pushing beneath my skin, threading through my muscles. The pain was unbearable, but the worst part was the calm settling over me, like the forest was whispering lullabies into my bones. My vision dimmed as my body stiffened. I tried to scream, but dirt filled my mouth. The last thing I heard was its voice. "You're home now." I think I'm still in that forest, unable to move, unable to leave, just another shadow waiting for someone lonely enough to listen.